Okay. Who are you? Tell us about yourself.
Hugh Filipino, born and raised Plant City, Florida. Now living in Casters, North Carolina, permanent residence.
How do you know Ken?
I met Ken several years ago, actually on the paintball field.
Really?
Yes, he owned the paintball field as well.
So what is your part in this group? What are you doing on this bike trip?
I'm here for a multitude of reasons. One, I'm here for moral support for Ken as well as the group. I'm here for myself. I believe we're doing the right thing. I mean, I really do.
What kind of activities do you do with us here
On the trip?
on the trip?
I kind of consider myself to aggravate people and keep them driving, keep them wanting to go.
Well, you ride a bike alongside.
Yeah, but at
Ken
the same
and Tony.
time, Ken has an ability to push himself too far all the time, and I kind of can help him regulate a little bit better, because if you don't stop him, he just keeps going, and eventually that'll hurt him.
Right.
Right.
And now also you've been our cook too.
Yeah, the head cook.
The head cook.
The number one cook.
Most definitely, and you are a really good cook.
Well, I have plenty of practice. Plenty of practice.
Tell me about maybe some of your experiences. I mean, we've been on the road for about 8 days now.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about some of your experiences on the trip.
Gosh, there's been so many.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think the thing for me that's been the most interesting is I've got such a negative opinion about the cops and the law and the way it's done, and it seems like the local sheriff's department and all them are much easier to get along with, and they're actually, some of them I tried to hand pamphlets to and they wouldn't take them, but they told me that if it ever come up, they'd vote on it and vote in favor of it.
Really?
Yes, and I was kind of, the whole time I was thinking, the opposite of that, so I kind of had a big eye-opener. However, I don't think our federal government has quite the same opinion. I think it's totally different there. In fact, I think our police officers are actually intimidated to take our pamphlets when they have the right to. It is freedom of speech. They do have the right just to read something.
You've been spending a lot of time talking to people on this trip while you've been giving out pamphlets and all.
Mm-hmm.
What's been your general feeling about how you've been received?
Honestly, I would say that, let's see, I think I handed out probably 200 pamphlets the other day, maybe give or take. Out of that majority, I think maybe 8% of that turned them down.
Turned down the pamphlets?
Yeah, the rest of the people were in support of it.
But
and this is people walking up and down the street. I didn't select pick them. I took people in suits and ties. I took people that were long-haired, short-haired, youthful, old. Didn't matter.
But generally, how have you been received? I mean, from the people who did take pamphlets.
I think it went over very well. I mean, I don't know. I really enjoyed speaking with the people, and a lot of people are very confident about it. Most of the people are saying it's time. It is time. But unfortunately, it isn't time, because all we hear from other people is time, but nobody joins together. One person can't do nothing by himself, especially trying to change state laws. Because, basically, I don't know when was the last time there was a vote here. We're talking about Georgia. We didn't get no supporters here. We didn't get no lawyers here. We didn't get nobody to help us here. South Carolina, we got a little bit of support. And South Carolina, to me, is a state that could be won, simply because as we rode through there, it's extremely poor areas, and those people don't have no way of knowing. And they are all in favor. We didn't talk to nobody that going through any of those 4 towns that disagreed. I don't recall one. Do you? Does anybody else in our group? No. And it seemed to me that 100% of the black people that I spoke to were in favor of it.